This is my Xtreme Onechunk Ironman, Canifis chunk. I've spent over 5,000 hours on this account, unlocking the RuneScape map one chunk at a time. As the name suggests, I started this account in Canifis, but have since grown my map to over 80 chunks whilst attaining many world's firsts and world records. Seriously, some of these took ages. Go back and watch the series if you're new. In the last episode, I was given a task of 85 fishing to catch a dark crab after rolling the exam centre chunk. I completed this task faster than expected due to discovering a secret training method that even the chunk picker did not know about.
Ooh, you're hard, showing off.
Completing this chunk means that I am now ready to roll another. What will my next task be? Let's find out. But first, your browser is boring. There, I said it. And the reason is that you're not using Opera GX, so I'm going to run through why you need to stop browsing like your 55-year-old mother and start browsing like somebody that spends far too many hours mining the same rock over and over and over and over and over and over. Me personally, when I'm mining the same rock over and over, I like to pop out my favourite YouTuber's video. I said my favourite. And place it over my chat box whilst I play. Also, I turn on Opera GX's built-in ad blocker so that I'm never interrupted because what I'm doing is important. On top of this, Opera GX also comes with a built-in VPN that you can use for free, so you are always protected whilst browsing, and right now, you can even get 1 month of VPN Pro for free using the code on screen until the end of 2025. As well as all this utility, Opera GX offers a ton of aesthetic customizability too, using GX mods. I've been using this old-school RuneScape one, which has this stunning animated wallpaper, nostalgic background music, and these ridiculous keyboard sounds. You can also mix and match these mods, and I love the soundscape of Cyberpunk, and so have been using a bit of that mixed in with my old school RuneScape 1, really creating the perfect experience for me. Switching over to Opera GX was easy for me because I was able to import my bookmarks, browsing history, and cookies with just one click, and it's also compatible with every Google Chrome extension. So if you're ready to cull your boring browser and upgrade to something way better, use my link in the description to download Opera GX and give it a try today. You won't regret it. Thanks to Opera GX for sponsoring this video. This is my current chunk map. Green chunks are free rolls, orange chunks are grinds that will take weeks to complete, and red chunks are grinds that will take me many months to complete. Currently, there is a 72.4% chance that I roll a green chunk, a 20.7% chance that I roll an orange chunk, and a 6.9% chance that I roll a red chunk. So the odds are with me that we'll be seeing a number of chunk rolls today. Further to the colour scheme, there are also gold stars, silver stars, and skulls marking the chunks also. Gold stars are our most desired chunks, and currently these chunks are Callisto, the Theatre of Blood, Weiss and the Gardener, Varlamore, and 2 chunks that would unlock Slayer for me. Silver stars are chunks that we want ahead of future grinds, but are not crucial or come with drawbacks that make them a tier below the gold star chunks. Lastly, and obviously, the skulls show us death chunks, the chunks we most want to avoid. Nightmare to the far southeast, King Black Dragon to the northwest, and 2 99 runecrafting chunks to the south. If we can avoid those 4 in the long run, then I'll be doing quite alright. With that explanation out of the way, let's get into the chunk picker and roll another chunk. So, with the explanations of what we want and what we don't want covered off, it is finally time to roll another chunk. I'm praying for number 7. I'm praying for number 20. Let's just get it. 3, 2, 1. Pick chunk. Oh, this is scary. Please not the rune crafting. Oh! Don't know how to feel about that. That's good. It is good. It is good. But it's going to leave us with a slightly annoying grind to do. Why can I never just roll any nothing chunks, man? I keep getting these ones that just slightly push us down the road. Rogue's Castle. 84 thieving. steal from the chest the rogue's castle. So we just need to get 84 thieving. It's an elite diary task as well. It's the same task, right? Yeah. Big chunk, actually. Big chunk, because this can save us quite a lot of time on the rune crafting, and it will save us a lot of time when we roll 99 thieving. If we rolled this chunk to get 99 thieving without getting the rogue's chest, we'd be in like big trouble. But this does mean that I have to get 84 thieving from master farmers or guards or something like that. Which is a bit of a brutal grind, to be honest. Why can I never just roll nothing chunks? Come on. Okay, so we are in the new chunk. Well, I guess we're not in the new chunk, and I've not unlocked it yet because it's in the far northeast, but it's up here. But it's not really relevant to me because it doesn't unlock a training method. It unlocks a task. And the training method is here in a chunk that I've already since completed. But I basically have two options as far as I can tell. The Master Farmer or the Guard. And here I am about to test the XP per hour of the Master Farmer. See if it's worth it. I think the utility will be higher with all the seeds than just getting coins from the Guard. But not 100%. So let's just get stuck in and see how we get on. And there is level 59 thieving, the first level of the grind. We're currently getting 36k XP per hour, which isn't great, but it's not actually the end of the world. And as we level up, that's only going to go up. I reckon we can probably get up to the 50s, mid 50s or something. So, you know, by the time we're in our sort of like mid 70s, early 80s, which, you know, that's not too bad. So I'm hoping we can get this done in a week or two. A week might be generous, but 2 weeks might be harsh, you know. So hopefully somewhere in between those, I'll be happy with that. I currently have nearly 74,000 subscribers, and I'm aiming for 76,000 by the end of 2025. This seems like a random number, but it's so that I can aim for 100,000 in 2026 at a rate of 2,000 subscribers per month. Please check below the video if you're subscribed or not. You probably think you are, but you very well could not be. At least 50% of you watching aren't, and I'd really appreciate it. So go on, make this poor lad's Christmas, please. Okay, it looks like we've got our perfect method. The farmer kept despawning, which was kind of a bit of ag. But if we stand here, me to the north of the master farmer, and then two alternative accounts to the south and to the east, it can move back and forth between these two squares, stopping it despawning, but meaning that I can just click in one spot forever, which is quite handy. So this is now easier, and this feels solved. So I think what I might do is go to the guards shortly and see what kind of XP per hour I can get there. This feels pretty decent though, and it feels like the rewards will be good as well. The snapegrass seeds, the watermelon seeds, the various herb seeds we're going to get, definitely very useful and worthy of considering. But if we can get significantly better XP at guards, it's probably worth doing. And there is level 60 thieving, which feels like a pretty decent milestone, eh? There's only going to be 3 total level, like 10 level milestones. So, you know, getting one of them this early feels pretty good. Going to be a decent amount of time until the next one at level 70. And level 80 is certainly going to be a long way away. But we've got 2 levels in, like, I don't know, an hour and a bit. That feels not too bad. Okay, so it is time to give the guards a go. Now, the downside of this is obviously that we're only getting coins, which we definitely don't need. The upside is that it's way more chill, obviously, because I don't have to be dropping seeds all the time. I can just literally, you know, open these every so often and then we're good to go. I suspect the XP per hour is probably going to be slightly worse if I had to guess. But I guess we'll find out over the next trip. Obviously, I don't actually need to bring those seed stacks with me, but I couldn't be bothered banking them because I'm assuming this isn't going to go as well as the Master Farmers. But I guess we'll find out. So having done this for quite a while now, we're looking at around a 37 to 37,500 XP per hour, which is higher than I was getting at the Master Farmers, interestingly. It's certainly a lot more relaxed as well, because the guards only hit a 2, which is handy, which is 1 less than the farmers hit, or like a third less than the farmers hit, which is, you know, substantial in the long run. Also, the loot being like noted in the form of the coin pouches is definitely very handy as well in terms of making this very, very chilled out. The only risk is that I'm really foregoing the seeds, but the more I think about it, the more I feel like the seeds may not be all they're cracked up to be, which might need a kind of more in-depth explanation at some point, either in this video or another one. But this may well be the route. I want to try the Master Farmers one more time just to see if I'm getting unlucky there, because they should be better XP than this, but haven't been, anecdotally. So I feel like I need to try them again, just in case. But otherwise, this is, you know, quite an attractive prospect, I must be saying. 37k XP per hour, that brings the grind down to like way below 100 hours. I was thinking this was going to be a 100-hour grind. We're talking 2.95 mil XP for 84, so it's going to be substantially less than that. Are seeds from the Master Farmer good? Now, the obvious answer is yes, of course, but how much do they matter in the long run? This is what I'm hoping to answer for you now. Master Farmers do not drop tree seeds. This is a big negative because these are the only farming patches that I currently have access to that give a substantial amount of XP. This is relevant because the number one thing I'm concerned about with farming is rolling the 99 farming chunk in Draenor without having at least banked the skill already in usable seeds. Master Farmers do give a substantial amount of herb allotment and flower seeds. These do give great XP and do have a significant secondary benefit in that Snapegrass, Limpwurt, all herb seeds and more could all be crucial in my 99 herblore grind that is likely on the horizon, with both herblore chunks currently being rollable. However, the main issue with these seeds from both a herblore and farming XP perspective is that I don't actually have access to any herblore allotment patches, so in current real terms, all of these seeds are worth nothing. I do have a herb patch rollable near Port Phasmatis, which is relatively likely to be rolled before either the 99 herblore or 99 farming grinds. However, this patch could be seen as largely useless. I have no real teleports to actually get there quickly, nor access to magic secateurs, nor access to Atas anima plants, nor ultra compost to truly capitalize on the patches whilst I'm there. For this reason, I actually suspect that, at least for herblore, which is the more likely out of farming and herblore to actually be rolled, this herb patch wouldn't be used at all, even if I had access to it. There are other better herb patches that are relatively close on the chunk picker, namely south of Falador Farm, but this patch lies directly behind Wyson the Gardener chunk in East Falador, a chunk that would entirely null the need for Master Farmers by giving me a vastly larger quantity and quality of usable seeds than the Master Farmer ever could, due to the 21,000 mole parts that I currently have sat in the bank after killing over 7,000 giant mole to get the mole pet. So, in a pinch, the Master Farmer is worth doing because it's technically better XP, and having access to Snapegrass seeds and a smattering of herbs in the eventuality that I roll the Morytania herb patch will be useful. Certainly more useful than a handful of coins that I would get from a guard. However, it is worth it to not overstate how crucial these seeds will be for the future grinds, how irrelevant they could be if Falador East is rolled, and most importantly, how fucking awful actually doing the Master Farmer is when you don't have a 100% success rate, nor access to a bank that's particularly close. So much dropping, so much banking, and in the real world, less XP per hour due to both of these reasons. Is it worth putting up with all that for some seeds that may well end up being marginally useful at best and entirely irrelevant at worst? I don't think so. And so I'm going to lock in on predominantly the guards. Whoa! Did you see that de-aggro? I have never seen it de-aggro that aggressively before. Literally unsafe spotted itself for no reason at all. That was mad. Ah, yes, I got my potato cactus. Yes, that's what I wanted. Right, I'm going to plant that in the desert and start collecting those, because that will be big one day for Herblore. Why is this guy just waiting for me, hopping through buying the emeralds to call me a nerd? Oh, fuck, he must have been like sat there sweating, staring at his PC, ready to call me a nerd. Fuck's sake. I live stream every moment of progress for Canifis Chunk every weekday, and so if that's something you'd be interested in seeing, please follow me over at kick.com/FrayRS. I promise you won't regret it, even if you need to create an account over there for the first time. Tune in, could be fun. And here is 65 thieving. Nice little milestone. It gives a lot of stuff that I can do. Spice stalls, magic stalls, scimitar stalls, watchmen, menethite thugs, which is very popular. Sorcerer's summer garden. Alas, I can obviously do none of it. We stick at the master farmers. But the XP per hour is definitely getting higher than I thought. We're getting like 43k at the master farmers, which is really quite decent. Not long probably until we're getting over 50k per hour. Suddenly that then makes the grind not seem that bad. It's definitely a 2-figure grind, not a 3-figure grind in terms of hours, so that's pretty good. Our total level is going to be over 1800 by the time we're done, which is very exciting. And I think I'm locked in now on, at least when I'm on the PC, I'm going to do Master Farmers, because I think just getting these snapegrass seeds and the Ranar seed that we just got is going to be more helpful in the long run than the guards. Yes, maybe the guards is slightly more chilled, and I might do that on mobile. But on PC, I think sticking to the Master Farmers, getting the, I think, slightly better XP and the seeds is going to be worth it. Because I'm thinking, if I get a herb patch, I can just log out at the herb patch and allotment patch on the weekends, for example, where normally I just don't play at all. And instead, I can just like log in every hour and a half, do my snapegrass, do some snapdragon seeds, log out again, and just stay there and get quite a lot of like passive supplies. Because snapegrass is definitely the herb supply I have the least. I have quite a lot of ranars and no snapegrass. So at this point, we're really hoping for a herb patch and an allotment patch so that we can cash in on some of our prayer potions. So there's probably a certain subsect of the audience watching right now that are screaming, why aren't you using rapid heal? And the reason I'm not using rapid heal is because, yes, that would be good, but I do have the hit points cape, and rapid heal and the hit points cape don't stack. The hit points cape doubles your regen rate, and so does rapid heal, but those things don't stack. They do stack with the regen bracelet to be like, 4 hit points per minute instead of 2, but I obviously don't have the regen bracelet. So it's either rapid heal or the hit points cape, and obviously the hit points cape is easier because I don't have to turn it on and blah, 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 and use prayer points. So we're using the hit points cape, and we're not using rapid heal, and I'm not an idiot for doing so. 67 thieving, flying through the levels now. Feels very good to be getting the 43 odd KXP per hour. That's including the banking time as well. Yeah, onwards and upwards. So one of the most important things to consider when trying to keep your thieving XP up at something like the Master Farmer is when you eat. If you eat whilst you're stunned, it actually extends the stun timer. So if I just, get stunned like normal, once this timer near my inventory ticks down to 0, we can go again. If I get stunned and then eat a shark, you'll see that it actually lasts slightly longer. So I get stunned there, I eat a shark now, look at this timer, it will tick down to 0, but then it will still take a little bit of extra time to start thieving again. That's valuable time wasted. But if you eat after a successful pickpocket, there will be no such delay. So as we're going like this, I'll try and get the timing on it. It's kind of hard. Obviously you're waiting for a successful one. 1, 2, and I fucked up my entire thing. Oh, I'll put a successful one in the video at some point. Fuck's sake. So let's try this again. There we go. Did you see that? I managed to eat between those thieving ticks without losing any ticks at all. Doesn't seem like a lot of time, but it is about 3 ticks, which is like 2 seconds. And you're going to be doing that a lot during a thieving grind. So yeah, bear that in mind for any Iron Men that are thieving Master Farmers or anything else with a fail rate, because yeah, it will save you a lot of time in the long run. Also, just so people aren't confused by the clip that I just did where I ended up moaning that where I was laughing and stuff, I'm keeping this Master Farmer pinned on 2 tiles so that it doesn't wander away, because it's quite a lot better XP per hour. I'd probably say it's about 20% better XP per hour to keep it in one place. It's also far less annoying to deal with when I'm on stream and trying to like read chat and stuff, so I can't actively look at the game window the entire time. I've got an account stood here and stood here. I just have Entity Hider turned off for it so that it doesn't look really messy for you guys. There you go. You can see them now. This is my main account. Nice account. Max Infernal Kit. Ornament kit on the Fang. Pretty cool. But I've got that turned off so that we can't see them, so that it just looks a bit nicer in Eclipse. But they are there. I was doing a similar thing when I was at Giant Mole. I was using my main account, like following my chunk account so that I could see where the mole was. It just looks a bit messy to have them stood there in every single clip. So yeah, that is what I'm doing to make the XP a bit better and make the method a bit less annoying. But I don't want you guys to see them. So yeah, just bear that in mind. Oh, I just got a seaweed spore. That's the first time I've got a seaweed spore on this grind. Like 5,000 pickpockets. Wonder what the rate is on that. 1 in 1,800. 1 in 1,800. And I've done... how many have I done? I've done 5,600 pickpockets. That's very unlikely. 3 times rate for the seaweed spore. That's pretty cool to get though. Not that I can use it, like ever probably, but pretty cool nonetheless. So my boy Milo has presented something rather epic for us in terms of a widget that you can see at the bottom of the screen right now. Firstly, it gives our progress up to level 84. By the looks of it, we're what, just shy of a quarter finished, which looks pretty cool. That's a bar that's going all the way to the end, you know, purple at the left, filling up that black space. It then has our pickpockets to go in terms of Master Farmers, which is slightly confusing right now because I'm pickpocketing guards, but it does pick up the XP of the guards and like will rationale that into Master Farmers relatively. It's just that I'm going to be doing more Master Farmers than I am guards. I'm just doing guards right now because I'm AFKing at night. So that's pretty cool. 53,200 pickpockets left, which does sound like a lot, but hopefully it will go quickly. And then lastly, the loot value, which is only 3.8 mil at the moment. I'm hopeful that that will get over 10 mil worth of seeds and stuff by the end of the grind. But yeah, you'll see that at the bottom of the screen from now on, so you can kind of get a little bit of a feel for how this chunk's going. And here is level 70 thieving. You can now pick it up from paladins, which I will not be doing, but really cool little milestone, because if we take a little look at the skills tab, every skill I can now train is over level 70. Obviously, there's a selection of skills that I cannot train, namely Herblore, Runecrafting, Construction, and Slayer. But every other skill is now over level 70, which feels like a pretty cool little milestone, eh? Once we get those remaining 4 skills unlocked, we're going to be significantly over 2k total rapidly. So yeah, pretty cool. 70 thieving done, only 14 levels to go. And I think this must mark the 25% of the way there to level 84. So that's pretty cool. Oh, that was clean as fuck. Ate 2 sharks, 0 ticks lost. Things you absolutely love to see. Oh, 3 perfect eats in a row. A new PB. Absolutely massive. Oh, just dipped below 50,000 pickpockets to go. Sounds like a lot, doesn't it? 50,000 successful pickpockets, but it must have started at like well over 60,000, I guess. So yeah, let's keep going. Down to 40,000. Another Torstal Seed! I've had back-to-back trips of getting a 1 in 9,000 Torstal Seed. That's pretty epic. Love that. But on the... What's with the female... I swear she keeps putting it... What's with her head? What's with the female guard's head? Okay. Why does her head keep slipping back? That's not very epic. Not very epic at all. So my boy Milo has come up with an ingenious solution, which is that now the widget can read whether I'm pickpocketing guards or master farmers and adjust how many there are to go accordingly. So we're actually down to now less than 40,000 guards to go. I'm doing guards because it's kind of a flip up between the two, which is better. Guards is like more AFK, and I think I can realistically get closer to the peak XP per hour at guards because the banking takes less time. There's less inventory management. I spend less time clicking on the guard with a full inventory, this kind of thing. But obviously the master farmers have the benefit of the herb seeds and the snape grass seeds and this kind of thing. So I think I'll probably just end up doing a bit of both. So don't be surprised to see me at either. But we're doing quite well. We're 74 thieving at the moment. Less than 40,000 guards to go. I reckon we can get this done in less than a week. One of my live stream viewers created this handy little graphic to detail the XP per hour difference between guards and master farmers, and I think it's quite interesting that the guard XP is catching up with the master farmer XP more and more as each level passes. In reality, the XP from guards is already better due to the fact that they only hit a 2 instead of a 3 and are closer to a bank and allow me to take more food due to only giving coins, and don't result in me missing ticks due to excessive dropping requirements, and, for good measure, are far more easily lured due to having an attack option. But it's cool to know how the relative XP per hours change based on levels in a purely theoretical sense. And there is 75 thieving. You can now steal from gem stalls and pickpocket from gnomes. Nice little milestone. Only 9 levels to go. It will be nice one day, I think, if we can unlock a gem stall to have 75, but I don't know if we've got any gem stalls nearby. It's a shame the Al-Kharid place isn't a gem stall. That would have been handy. Oh, 6 hour log. 6 hour log doing guard thieving. We've really gone beyond the pale now, folks. Don't ever question my commitment to this shit. Okay? 6 hours doing this. Relatively efficiently as well. I reckon I've lost like 10% of that time just on AFK. So, what, 90% locked in, spam clicking for 6 hours. Brutal, man. I didn't even log out to like go and get lunch and eat lunch and stuff. So, this has been an efficient session. And there is level 77 thieving. No unlocks, but it does mark a rather interesting point in the grind because it is exactly halfway from level 1 to level 84. Obviously, I started this chunk not at level 1. I started at level 58, so I haven't done half of this chunk's grind yet, but I have done half of the thieving level XP, which is pretty cool. Quite enjoying this grind, to be honest. It's relatively fast. We're getting like quite comfortably over 50k XP per hour now, which isn't too bad. Knocking out like 400 to 500k XP per day should be done pretty soon, thankfully. And having the 84 thieving for the rogues chest is going to be so massive in the future. Any future thieving grinds will basically not exist because it's like 300k XP per hour from the rogues chest. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to getting this done and rolling another chunk. Just yet more of these chunks that are sort of like not quite a huge grind but also not really quick. So I hope next time we kind of either get a really big chunk that we can really get our teeth into or knock out some quick stuff. But yeah, halfway to 84, onwards and upwards. And here is level 80 thieving. You can now pickpocket heroes, except I can't because there are none in my chunk. But that is level 80 thieving and 1800 total level, which seems pretty crazy, eh? 1800 total on an Xtreme Onechunk Ironman with 4 skills locked. 3 of them below level 10. So that's pretty fucking epic. 4 levels to go. Shouldn't take too long. Looks like it's 20,000 pickpockets of guards left. So should be less than 20 hours at this point. And then we'll be chunk rolling again after we've thieved from the rogue's chest. Very exciting. Oh my god, does that mean you're playing on mobile? That actually makes sense. Oh, I don't know if I like that or not. That's surely what it means, but I don't know if I like that idea. Why do I need to know that he's on mobile? That's kind of weird. When did they update that? Just got 81 thieving, 3 levels to go. I could, in theory, do the second to last room of Pyramid Plunder now. Not that I think we'll ever get there, or at least not that we'll ever get there when it's relevant. Although, I guess I would need the Ferrous Scepter one day. But yeah, 81 thieving, 3 levels to go. Oh, there is actually one very interesting thing about being level 81. If editing me remembers to pull up the successful thieving graph that I showed you guys earlier, level 81 is the only level between level 58 and 84 where the XP per hour for guards is theoretically higher than that of Master Farmers. Obviously, we've already established that in reality it's better XP, but this is the best level for thieving guards relative to Master Farmers for some reason. Oh, big genie coming in here. Because if we check this on Slayer, we are getting level 49 Slayer. It doesn't actually give us anything, but with just one further level, we are going to be able to kill ourselves Bloodveld, which we do have because we've got the Slayer Tower, and they do drop something. It's only black boots, and I don't think black boots have strength bonus, but it is a collection log, which would be pretty cool. It's a good starting point, I think, for if and when we roll Slayer in the Wilderness, because where are the jellies? Jellies are level 52, and jellies are actually like a legitimately quite good Slayer creature that we could get superiors for and can start working on the imbued heart and the enchanted gem. Is it gem? Enchanted gem early. So that would be pretty cool. We could probably lamp all the way there with just a couple more months, to be honest. But yeah, 49 Slayer. One more to go until 50. Pretty cool. I'll tell you what, we're up to level 82 thieving now, and we are less than 10,000 pickpockets of the guard to go, which is nice because it's converted the amount left to go to yellow instead of red. How exciting. But yeah, it shouldn't be too long to go now. Roughly 7 hours, I want to say. 6.5, 7 hours. Very exciting. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to chunk roll again. Chunk rolls like this are sometimes a little bit frustrating, right? Because it's neither a nothing chunk nor a big grind that you're committing the next part of your life to. It's just sort of like a week's worth of purgatory. So I'm very excited to have it done and to roll another chunk. And there is 83 thieving. 1 level to go until we can thieve from the rogue's chests. 5,948 pickpockets of the guard to go. 91% done from level 58 where we started. It has been a long grind, but we're nearly done. And with these final pickpockets, we are finally 84 thieving. You can now steal from chests at the rogue's castle. Let's get up there. Let's thieve that chest, and then let's roll another chunk. Very exciting. Exciting, exciting, exciting. Oh, what's going on? I hate that. I've literally never seen that before. I've been too locked in thieving guards. Is this all sailing stuff? I'm guessing so. That's weird. Looks like almost too busy. Right, so at the end of the grind, we're finally arriving at our new chunk, which we never unlocked because it seemed like a waste of time to come up here. Time to unlock the chunk. Let's hope the Chaos Elemental doesn't get on us. Get that unlocked. Sprint on in. And I think all I've got to do is click on the chest, to be honest, and then I think the task should be done. It's obviously a level task, but it's also a something else task. Where do I go? Looks like this is botted to all hell. Did I get it? No. Why is it damaging me so much? Am I just going to die from getting damaged by this chest? What's going on? Is it because I'm late? Do I need to be like first to unlock it or something? Oh, search for traps. There we go. 702 XP, 84 skilling challenge done, and an elite task in the wilderness area. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Let's get into the chunk picker and roll another chunk. Right, so we are in the chunk picker and our task is done. 84 thieving wilderness diary elite, wilderness diary elite, task 5, which is to steal from the chest at Rogue's Castle, and that is done. And with that, we are 2 out of 2 tasks done, and we can roll another one. So I'll mark these all up, and then it will be time to go. So the chunk picker is all ready for us to roll. I won't go through every single chunk, but I will highlight a few of the ones we're really trying to hit and we're really trying to avoid. Number 7 is our number 1 we want to be avoiding. Well, not really. Our number 2 we want to be avoiding. Our number 1 we want to be avoiding is number 21, which is rune crafting. 99 rune crafting with no other tasks. Number 7 is 99 rune crafting also, but it does have some more interesting stuff in there as potential stuff to do. And number 1 chunks we do want. Number 6 for the demonic ruins, Callisto, the Ursine Chainmace, the Void Waker, Mahogany Logs, and the list continues on. So number 6 is definitely our number 1. Number 19 is our second favorite chunk because it would get us a lot of farming supplies, which is definitely one of the chunks that scares me the most. This 99 farming chunk down here, albeit it's quite far away, it's not totally unlikely that it could happen. It could really screw us over if we get it in our current state, and number 19 would mostly solve that. I also quite want number 22. Now, we'd be dealing with danger a lot, because it would be 1/2 of the Herblore equation, but I think there's quite a lot of utility from getting this one and then having this Berthold one as a potential roll. So hopefully we get one of those 3 chunks. Otherwise, the rest of it's relatively okay. It's mainly those rune crafting ones that we want to be avoiding. We have these Isle of Souls ones. I believe all 3 of these are nothing. And then we have the Varlamore one, number 28, which wouldn't actually get me anything, but it would be pretty cool to start being able to roll on Varlamore, because if I get this one, then we're 3 times as likely to roll Varlamore, right? Because we'd have this one, and this one. So, yeah, those are the things we want to get. So there's not much more we can do than just click the pick chunk button and hope for the best. The best? The best. Let's click the button and avoid the rune crafting. Please avoid the rune crafting. Avoid the rune crafting. Avoid the rune crafting. Avoid the... It's a long one. Avoid the rune crafting. Western Obelisk. Which one's that? Oh, that is a good one. That is a pretty good one, taking us closer to Slayer up here. That's pretty nice. That's going to unlock Ice Warriors as well, I'm pretty sure. Oh, we do get a little... Oh, we do have some tasks. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, Chaos Fanatic. I thought that was going to be nothing. Chaos Fanatic, obtain a Malediction Shard 1 and obtain an Odium Shard 1. That's pretty cool. What's the hard task that we have? Kill the Crazy Architect, Chaos Fanatic, and Scorpia. Okay, that's fine, because I've done the other 2. I wonder if I've got to do those in like one event or something. Probably not. That's a really cool one, though. Love that. The reason that the pet task isn't coming up, because the Chaos Fanatic does drop a pet, is because it actually shares a pet with the Chaos Elemental, which I have already done. So I actually already have the Chaos Elemental pet. So we actually only need to get the Malediction Shard and the Odium Shard. That's pretty cool. That should probably not take us very long, because you've got to bear in mind, I do have a Web Weaver bow, which is probably going to trivialize this grind somewhat. But that is a very, very cool one to get. More bossing content, absolutely huge. More combat achievements, I would guess, too. And crucially, 1 closer to unlocking Fire Giants and re-getting our Slayer journey going again. Oh, that's exciting. Let's go. Right, let's have a look. Kill the Chaos Fanatic 10 times. Kill the Chaos Fanatic without anyone being hit by his explosion attack. That should be fine. Kill it 25 times. And kill the Chaos Fanatic 10 times without drinking any potion which restores prayer or leaving the wilderness. That should be fine as well. That's just going to be 1 tick flicking. Okay, cool. They're pretty doable, so they're not really too much of a concern. So we're going to have to do at least 25 kills, even if we spoon it to all hell. But we should be fine other than that. Oh, that is very exciting. That is very, very exciting as a chunk. Oh, I'm excited. And here we are at the new chunk. Very exciting. Looks like there is somebody here already, sadly. We'll give our player attack options on, but we'll put our NPC attack options to left click. Looks like we're going to have to hop world, but I guess we may as well first, without interrupting his kill, actually unlock the new chunk. And there we go. Now, the most interesting part, obviously, the Chaos Fanatic. Now, we obviously have the Chaos, the Chaos Elemental pet, which is good. But one of the best things about this chunk is actually these Ice Warriors. When we unlock Wildy Slayer again, that is yet another task we can now do. We're also getting this Obelisk, and that is the second to last Obelisk that we need before we have all of them, and we can just use them freely. Sadly, the very fact that this one exists here means that I can't use them to get up to this chunk without potentially ruining my account, so we are going to be having to do the long walk round for every single trip. But it's quite an exciting chunk. Now, where the Chaos Fanatic is quite good, and it's going to be quite an enjoyable and relatively short grind, we are running into a bit of a problem. And it's not an immediate problem, but it may be a problem very soon. And that is that the King Black Dragon is now rollable. Not ideal. Not entirely sure how possible that is going to be to kill. May well end up being a meme grind. But if we can cheese it out, we will. But yeah, we've never had that rollable before. And it's a bit terrifying. But we can't roll that without completing this chunk first. And so I'm going to go and find a world. And start killing some Chaos Fanatic. Look how good the Web Weaver bow is. This thing absolutely scythes through this thing. This is so good. I mean, it's a shame he's not undead, so I can't use my my brand new Salve Amulet. I don't think this is going to be... Oh, it is KC number 1. Okay, and we completed a medium diary task. That's pretty cool. Free prayer potion also. I've got a feeling that this is going to be a very quick task with this Web Weaver bow, to be honest. I can stand miles away. I hit like a truck. I've got poison. Yeah, I think this is going to be quite quick. I mean, what's that hit? 37. This is so good. I thought I'd got it then. Oh my! For some reason, I thought I'd got the pet. I don't know why I thought that would come up as a collection log. But alas, there is the 10 kills task. Not too bad. Took 7 minutes. Yeah, this is going to be a quick grind. Okay, yes, I don't have my looting bag with me, which is definitely a war crime considering how much time I've spent in the wilderness. But if I've done my calculations correctly, this kill should not only be the 25 kill combat achievement, but it should also be the 10 kills without using a prayer potion. And it is. So that's those 2 ticked off. I think that... Is that it done? I think that might actually be it done. We got quite a lot of combat achievement points out of this, which is pretty good. If and when we roll Gommel, I feel like we are probably getting quite close to having the medium combat achievements done, which would be pretty cool. And I'm hoping that I can roll something like Callisto to get some more. But I think now that's all the combat achievements done, and I just need to push on and get the drops. Oh, there we go. Odium Shard 1 achieved. I love to see that. Do I protect that? I'm really not that asked about the Ring of the Gods, and I should have my protect item on anyway. So we'll just camp this out, see if we can get the malediction one as well on the same event, shall we? Why not? Let's just get stuck in. 250 pure essence. That's not a bad drop. We'll be using that one day. We're about 60,000 pure essence short of having all the pure essence we need for 99 rune crafting. So I guess every little helps when it comes to that. And 250, that's not even that little, really. Although I guess it took me 64 kills of this boss to get it. But 250 pure essence, not bad. Oh my goodness. Malediction shard already. Boss wrapped up in 96 kills. I'm pretty sure I just said any kill could be the last kill as well. And I love grinds like this for it. Any kill could be the last. I always like this feeling when any kill could be the one. Oh, that is nice. Malediction Shard 1. We're going to be chunk rolling very, very soon. I think I've still got a diary task to do. Don't really know how long that's going to take. But we will be chunk rolling in probably something like 10 or 15 minutes. So that's very exciting. Why do I always spoon these things? I spoon the drops where it's easy. I'm getting like 70 kills an hour at Chaos Fanatic. Spoon. Immediate spoon. Any boss where I'm like slightly struggling, it's like, no. You're gonna go 3 times the rate. So hopefully that's not an ominous sign that we're gonna roll KBD and take 9,000 kills to get the pet, but we will definitely take a Malediction Shard 1 on 96 kill count. Double-digit kill count only. Very, very nice indeed. Let's put it in the bank. Let's see. I'm guessing the other ones are in here. Yes, I love that we've got 8 of one of them. That's hilarious. So there we go. All of our shards completed. We just need the chunk. This one, which is rollable, so we could get it. And then we'll have both of those shields, which would be pretty sick. Let's get on and do the diary task that we need to do. I can't quite remember what it is. I think it's something like all the bosses in one event or something. So we'll just go and do that now. So as far as I understand, I just need to kill all 3 bosses in one session. I don't even need to do it in like one trip. Why can I not attack this thing? Okay, I can. That was weird. So I just need to kill all 3 of the sort of wieldy demi-bosses in one trip. Not one trip, in one session. I've obviously already just done Chaos Fanatic, so I think if I do the Crazy Archaeologist followed by Scorpia, we should be done. And this is obviously a joke with the Accursed Scepter. That Revenant's grind, at the time, seemed brutal. But now, it's coming in hot, isn't it? Because these bosses are very, very free without it. So let's hope this updates our step. Yeah, current stage 2. So if we then teleport over to the Wilderness Crabs, we can run up to Scorpia and we can get this task done. Okay, with this kill of Scorpia, we should be finishing that. I'm guessing it's an elite diary task. Only a hard diary task for that. Not even bad. 13 kill count at Scorpia. Good memories, good memories. But that is officially the last task of this chunk, meaning that we can go back to the chunk picker after a relatively short period of time and roll another one. Let's go. Okay, back in the chunk picker. Wilderness hard diary task. Kill Crazy Archaeologist, Chaos Fanatic, and Scorpia in one event. Done. Malediction Shard 1. Done. Obtain an Odium Shard 1. Done. 3 out of 3 tasks done. We can roll again. Let's avoid rune crafting again. I'll mark up the chunks and let's get going. Okay, so we have marked all the chunks and not much has changed really. The only thing that has changed is that we've added number 15 and 21. Now, 21 is obviously a chunk that we want. The agility training arena isn't relevant to us, neither is kind of these mining spots or anything, but it would take us one closer to a Slayer chunk, which would be the Fire Giants, which would unlock our Slayer. And with the amount of Wilderness we've got now, Wilderness Slayer should be on. Should be. We could still get magical axes and get screwed over, but that's pretty unlikely. So that is one we definitely want. Number 15 is the King Black Dragon. That is something we really, really don't want. I mean, I think it would be doable, but I think it would be terrible. So if we can avoid that, that would be very, very handy. We'll add that into obviously number 7 and number 22 that we still don't want for the 99 rune crafting. 22 worse than 7. We do want number 6 for Callisto. We do want number 1 to take us closer to Theatre of Blood. We do want number 20 for the farming save and the general herblore and farming gains that chunk would give us. And we do want Varlamore, number 29. Aside from that, the rest of it's kind of much of a muchness. Either nothing chunks or, you know, minor tasks. But there's not much more I can do than just hit the button, hope for the best, and pray that we don't get number 7 or number 22. 3, 2, 1. 84th chunk. Let's go. Come on, give me some nothing chunks. I want to expand this map a bit. Come on. Come on. Okay. Oh, that's good, because that gives us all the obelisks. That means we can now just use the obelisks randomly. That's pretty cool. Random chunk in the wildy. I think this is going to force me into getting an ecumenical key. Yeah, okay. Obtain steel boots. Kill pyrofiends for steel boots. That's going to be annoying. Enter the Wilderness Godward's dungeon. That's fine. Obtain an ecumenical key. Obtain steel boots. Obtain a cloak of ruin. I've literally never heard of that. Perform the following emotes in order in areas between the bandit camp and the eastern ruins and bloody hell. What is this? Oh, okay. Right. That looks like it's going to be a pain in the ass, but we'll get on with that. Otherwise, though, quick task. Definitely under an hour. Though the last time I said that, it took 5 hours. So let's just get stuck in and see how we get on. Right, we logged out for the last chunk just behind Rogue's Castle, but now that we've unlocked the chunk that we have, we can use the Obelisk to get around. So let's hope that this takes us below 30 wildy, and I can use my Ring of Wealth to teleport out. Yeah. Okay, this is a chunk that I like. Well, this is handy, I guess. We're in the chunk that we just unlocked, teleported straight to it. Let's unlock it. Need to go to the bank to get some actual gear. But for now, we'll teleport out, we'll come back here, and we'll get diving in to the Wilderness Godward's dungeon. Very nice. One of the reasons that this chunk is so nice is that when I get Slayer now, if I get Slayer now, I can do spiritual creatures, which means that I can get dragon boots. So this is the dragon boot chunk, even though I can't kill the spiritual creatures yet because of 83. But if we can get up to this chunk at all, either this way or this way, we will now have dragon boots, which feels pretty cool. Right, so we're entering the Wilderness Godward's dungeon for the first time. It feels pretty good to have this on the account. This has been rollable for a long time. Medium task complete in the area. Armageddon sorted. We've got our Bando's Cloak, our Zamorak Monk Top, and our Monk's Robe Bottom, so nothing in here should be aggressive to us except the Avian Seas, which are a mile away. We basically just need to kill the Pyrofiends for the steel boots and hope that we get the ecumenical key along the way. That's kind of what we're here for. It shouldn't take long. And there is the ecumenical key early, which is actually a bit annoying because I would have definitely preferred to get the the boots early, but that's one of the 2 collection log slots done. Feels nice to be getting a load of collection log slots, eh? Everything looks like a bowl of soup when you're a spoon. That's a good saying. Oh my, we can't move for him now. This is going to be the pattern, isn't it? Oh, for goodness sake. Come on, let's get these 1 in 128 boots. Come on. Mithril chain body, that takes me back to chunk number 1, where the mithril chain body was my best in slot. My first best in slot body was the mithril chain body. That item, such a throwback. Ecumenical key number 3 coming in. We're at 59 kills. I think the ecumenical keys are 1 in 60 as well, so 3 times the rate on the ecumenical keys. Not bad. Surely we get the steel boots soon. So we're currently going dry for the steel boots. We're 156 kills. The drop rate is 1 in 128. The last time we had to kill a random mob for a 1 in 128, we went 551 kills dry for a granite helm from Terror Dogs. So hopefully we can avoid doing that again, though the kills right now are far faster than that, so it wouldn't be the end of the world, but it would be a little bit annoying. And there they are, the steel boots collection log slot comes in. It took us a grand total of 192 kill count. We can get out of here. I think the remaining task is just to do the weird crack the clue 3 thing. So I'll sort out what that is and get to doing it shortly. Okay, we're on our way to do these emotes to get the Cloak of Ruin, and it looks very precise, to be honest. So this might be quite tricky to do. Looks like it's a 4x4 that you can do the emote in, and they are very, very precise. So I'm going to work quite hard on getting this correct, because I've got a feeling it's not going to tell me anything until I either do or don't get the cloak at the end. So let's give it a go. First, we do a spin here. Then we do a jump for joy here. Okay, right. Now we're going to run north and do something else. Okay, another spin here. Followed by another jump for joy over here. Yeah. And then I believe we go and dig all the way over this way somewhere. Hopefully this works. Right, oh, fucking hell, this is so complicated. Why is this so complicated? Around here? Kind of in line with this, slightly to the west of this most southern tree. Here? Dig? Nothing happened. Oh, for fuck's sake. Ah, why is this so hard and annoying? Come on. Right, we've clearly messed something up. Why does this thing exist? Okay, the stream is coming through golden here. They've sent me a thing, and I think if I import ground markers here... Why is this guy... Why is this guy back? Why are you here? Oh no, he's gonna take my spade. I'm gonna lose my spade. No! You absolute loser. My spade's in the bin. No! Go, 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 go! Bolt for it! Come on! Come on! Come on, let's get the zero food escape, please. No, I'm running to the wrong jump. Fuck off! Oh, come on. Come on, right. We broke the rules slightly to get away, but worth it for the stream sniper, I think. I retained my spade. Okay, with our new tile markers, hopefully we can achieve this. Right. Spin. Jump for joy. I swear this is where I did it last time. Spin over here. I don't think this crack the clue lifestyle is for me, to be honest. Honestly, who figured this out the first time? Right. Okay, we're doing well. We're doing well. We did it in the right order last time. Right, if this all worked, this dig should get us the cloak, and it did. The Cloak of Ruin is ours. That was very painful, I must say, but we are done with it. That was the last thing we needed for this chunk, and we can go back to the chunk picker, tick off the tasks, and roll another one. So we are back in the chunk picker, and this handy little bridge through to the west side of the wilderness is definitely handy, because normally I have to run from Farrak's Enclaves all the way down here. So if ever we do get the fire giants or something like that, this little bridge across the way is going to be pretty nice. We have got the steel boots, however. We have done the medium diary to enter the Wilderness God Wars dungeon. We have got an ecumenical key. We've already got our steel boots, and we just obtained the Cloak of Ruin. So we are done. 5 out of 5 tasks done. Time to roll another. I'm hoping we can get some just true nothing chunks this time. Just bam, 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 nothing. Let's go. We want to expand this map. We're at 84 chunks. I feel like it would be very cool to be the first chunk man to reach 100 unlocked chunks. So let's try and get to there, shall we? Right, we've marked up all the chunks. The story is the same. Avoid 7, avoid 21, target 6, and target 19. And any of the rest we will be relatively happy with. I guess avoid 15 now as well. That would probably not be very fun. Not much more we can do, though, than just click the button, hope for the best. Let's just do it. Come on. Not rune crafting. Anything but rune crafting. Lava maze entrance. I think I might have got my wish of just a pure nothing chunk. Yeah? Very glad it's not one to the north. That would have been not very ideal. I think this one is just pure nothing now. I can't imagine this being anything. Yeah. We'll go check it out and see what's there. Probably not very much, though. So after a long time, we can finally use one of our Revenant Cave teleports in anger. We've got 2,400 of these bad boys. And we've never used a single one of them to do anything interesting. But we can head west from here. And we can grab this chunk to the west, which is thankfully looking like it will be nothing. So we'll go on the map, unlock that bad boy. I think it's probably a location for the Major Arena 2 mini games. I imagine the bosses could probably spawn here, but there really is nothing. There's Black Knights over there, but we already have Black Knights, and really not a lot else. Not got PK following us. That's a friendly. But again, very, very close to the King Black Dragon, so I would like to avoid that. I'm pretty sure this is 3 wilderness chunks in a row, though, without getting Callisto and without getting either of these 2, which we really want as well. So we're really running out of wilderness chunks left as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Not many left. But let's get back to the chunk picker and roll another chunk. Right, heading into our 4th chunk roll of this little mini session. We've already marked all the chunks. Story is exactly the same. Avoid the KBD and avoid rune crafting at number 7, 20, and 15. Anything else is fair game. Let's not waste any more time. Let's hit the button. Come on, let's get something good. Get something good. Get something like there's a nice grind. Where's Callisto when you need it? Come on. Ooh, Barbarian Village. Now, once upon a time, that was definitely mining and smithing, but I don't think it will be anymore. But I don't actually know what it does entail, to be honest. Okay, quite a lot of stuff. Easy diary, second, okay, stronghold of security, spin a wheel. Yeah, that looks like that could be annoying. Getting some wet clay or whatever. Okay. That one doesn't look ideal. Perform the 4 security stronghold emotes. Okay, let's just complete it. Teleport to Barbarian Village with a skull scepter. So I need to get a skull scepter. Bottom of scepter, left skull half, right skull half, top of scepter. Unlock access to the portals inside of stronghold of security and obtain the socks of ruin. No, not these of ruin items. Okay, right. I don't think this is that bad. I think this is just going to take a little bit of time. Skull Scepter, as far as I'm aware, isn't that hard to get. Catable Pon, 1 in 33. Minotaur, 1 in 33. Anku, 1 in 33. Flesh Crawler, 1 in 33. Okay, so that shouldn't be too bad. I reckon this will take an hour? Maybe less, to be honest. I think I've got like a salve amulet and stuff, so I should be hitting these things quite hard, like the Anku and stuff. So this hopefully shouldn't be too bad. Feels like a good one to get, but to be honest, I'm a bit nervous of it because it's pushing me down towards Draenor Manor and Draenor Village, which we really want to be avoiding. So not my favorite chunk to get, but not the worst. So sadly, I will be leaving the Barbarian Village chunk until the next one. As you are watching this, tomorrow, on Monday the 1st of December, I will be doing a live chunk roll, both over on Kick at kick.com/FrayRS and on YouTube. So keep an eye out for that in the next 24 hours. I mean, you know, depending when you're watching this video, it might be happening right now or in 5 minutes or something like that. So keep an eye out for that. It was a good one today. I'm glad that we got that Rose Castle chunk, and I'm glad that we got it done relatively quickly. It's going to be massive in the future, particularly for the rune crafting grind. So I'm very, very, very happy about that. As always, I would like to give a massive shout out to the channel members who, as always, are DevTX, Sinfalls, VMP Corp, and MTG Nate at the Torva tier. Huge support from them. Patrick Wright, Jean Scallon, Talfane, Fuklas, and Tommy Rocks at the Amethyst tier, as well as everybody else at the lower tiers. Thank you so, so much for giving me a little bit of your money each month to keep this channel thriving. I hope to see you guys in the next one, which will be sooner than you expect. Probably in a week, possibly 2. I'm hoping more like 1 week, though. So I'll look forward to that. Hopefully you will too. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.